Make weight loss fun again, okay? Make it fun. Weight loss should be fun. And if you're not making it fun, then I'm going to show you how to do it. Because I've lost weight, as you can see. I'm like this every day of the year on the lifestyle that I've created. And if you want to know how to enjoy life and make it fun and make weight loss fun again, then like and subscribe, because I have the answers. I don't have supplements that I'm trying to sell you, or misinformation, or trying to extract lots of money from you, or ruin your life and not care about the consequences. I extol the virtues of living a simple life and fixing your health through food, and therefore changing your lifestyle based on one of performance, energy, weight loss, and health. So I can help you lose weight and regain your health, and also give you freedom and enjoyment. Because if it's not fun, if life is not fun, then you're not living, you're just surviving, okay? So I'm here to help you move from survival to living, and not just existing, but having fun. Because life is short, and you might not realize it, but you've only got one shot. There's no practice run. It's now, every day, and you never know if tomorrow will come. You've only got now. You've got one shot at this, so you might as well get it right. And I'm going to show you how to do it, because most people I see, all they're doing is surviving from day to day. They're not living. Their world is grey, black and white. There's no fun, and most people I meet are miserable, overweight, and sick, and they do not base their lifestyle on health, enjoyment, fulfillment, and fun in what they're doing. So like and subscribe, and I'll also put an email in a description where you can get in touch, where if you want coaching for a meal plan, I can make a meal plan for you and a shopping list, and coach you to look like me, be smiley and happy and positive, and live a new lifestyle based on health. Okay, so I'm going to show you the foods that you need to get rid of that are destroying your health, and I'm going to show you the most important principle to understand why your life is not fun, and why weight loss, and why trying to lose weight, if you're currently trying to lose weight, which a lot of people are, is destroying your health. Okay, so first of all, I promote, and you're going to need to change your lifestyle, okay, to the one I promote, which might scare you, but you need to listen, understand it, and yeah, if you don't want to change your lifestyle, you want to carry on basically getting fatter and sicker, then yeah, go off this video, and just be like everyone else. But if you want to change your lifestyle and actually start living, then listen up. You might learn something new and improve your life. So I promote a high sugar, energy, performance focused diet that promotes freedom. So this is essentially a diet based on a high sugar diet of rice, fruit and sugar. This is the staple of it, staple foods. So rice, fruit and sugar are the staples of this. There are more nuances, so if you want more specific tailored nutrition meal plans for you, then get in touch. But this essentially is the core principle of rice, fruit and sugar. And this is based on the principles, and I'll change my glasses so that you can hear me better. Okay, so this is based on this principle. Okay, so you might hear that sugar makes you fat, Well, look at me. Do I look fat? Okay. So I've got other videos on the channel. I'll put a link here explaining why sugar doesn't make you fat. So the molecule of life is sugar, okay? So everything around, you see around me, you see this blossom here, this apple blossom, and these bees and pollinators going around. They're collecting sugar and nectar, and they're going to take it back to their hives, for example, and make honey, for example, which is it's sugar. So everything you see around you is sugar, okay? It comes down to the same principle of glucose-derived ATP. So that's the way that we create the molecules of energy in our body, which is ATP. So glucose-derived ATP is the primary energy system through glycolysis in the cytoplasm of your cell. And then in the mitochondria, you've got the Krebs cycle, and you've also got oxidative phosphorylation and the electron transport chain. And I've got other videos explaining how this relates to diabetes, for example. And sugar leads to freedom, okay? So yes, sugar is the opposite message that you're hearing at the moment, which is you need to consume fat and protein, and the more fat and protein you consume, the healthier and leaner you get. Well, that's not working, is it? Okay, so sugar is freedom. Sugar will free you from the prison of the healthcare system, the prison of your mind, being trapped in a disordered way of eating. Okay, so you need to cut out oil. So there's no such thing as healthier or healthy fats and oil. So it shows you here all of these different ways that you can supposedly use. Okay, so it doesn't have on here destroys your life, makes you fat and sick. So the reason why you need to cut out oil and fats from your diet is because you're trapping yourself in the mental prison of the calorie counting system. So a high calorie diet is a one based on fat. Okay, so fat has 9 calories per gram, whereas sugar, okay, sugar has 4 calories per gram. So the high calorie foods are fat, not sugar. So there's one of your basic principles to understand. And because sugar is the primary energy system through glycolysis, it's the primary, what powers the primary energy system of ATP, and everything, the reason why you eat is to raise your blood glucose levels in order to make ATP. ATP is what runs every cell in the body, and there's 30 trillion cells on average in the human body. So if all of these cells and every cell in the body runs on sugar, that's a lot of sugar, isn't it? A lot of glucose needed to keep you running every day, to keep every cell in your body alive. So that's why you need sugar. So another thing you can free yourself from is coffee. So the reason why you're having coffee and stimulants is because in your current lifestyle of the high fat, high protein, low carbohydrate mental prison system, because you're cutting out sugar. So when you cut out sugar from your diet, you take this away. This comes in to fill a void. And this is just a prop. I don't drink coffee or caffeine ever, or any stimulants. This comes in to fill the void of what sugar, when you take it away, you fill it. So how many times do maybe you or people around you walk around with a cup of coffee and use fake sweeteners instead of sugar, because you worry, oh, sugar's making me fat. Well, again, look at me. I eat an unlimited amount of calories from rice, fruit, and sugar, the sugary foods, which are naturally low in fat and low in protein. So there you go, there's another one, protein. So for example, if you cut down your protein intake, so I recommend, if you're a male, so if you're male like me, so I'm about 5'11", then I would say even if you're exercising, so you do cycling for example, you don't need more than 50 to 60 grams of protein a day. And for a woman, again, you don't need more than 50 grams of protein a day. And I've got other videos on the channel explaining how naturally, for let's say someone who's bodybuilding, how protein affects the anabolics. Fat and protein affects the anabolics of your body. Okay, so the more anabolic your body is, the bigger it is, and the more catabolic, the leaner you'll be. So a high fat, high protein diet also makes you more anabolic, which, yes, if you want to eat like a bodybuilder, which is high fat, high protein, lots of fats, lots of protein, to make you big, then yes, you can eat like that, but you'll never lose weight and it won't be fun. So what you need to free yourself from is the standard lifestyle that you're living, which is high in fat, high in protein, and low in sugar. You need to free yourself from the prison system of the calorie counting. So if you're eating a high calorie meal, high calorie diet, then yes, you will have to restrict your calories. You will have to starve yourself in order to lose weight. And yes, anyone can starve themselves to lose weight, okay? But it will destroy your health, and life is meant to be fun, okay? We're here not to suffer, and we're being told to live a certain way, i.e. the standard, if you're watching this, you're living in the Western world, the standard Western diet, or the standard American diet, which is why so many people are getting fat and sick, and that's why so many people are becoming dependent on the pharmaceutical industry and a cocktail of pills to fix their chronic diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease. And these can all be reversed by just changing your mindset to one based on freedom and living a fun life. So for example, if you're on a glucose drip or insulin drip because you've got diabetes or type 2 diabetes, your life is over essentially, because all you're worried about is your glucose levels. And you can simply reverse type 2 diabetes through cutting out the fat, keep it as low as possible. So I recommend, if you want to be lean like me, keep your fat intake low, so as low as 10 grams or less. And that is easily achievable through the satiating diet of what I recommend. So what I've got here is some rice, some white rice, lovely white rice, and I'll have that. Also got some beautiful blueberries here, so I'll go and have them in a moment. I didn't have them before, otherwise I had blueberry tea. And I have the white rice with some spices. So make your food taste nice and add some spice to life every day, okay? So I've just got some mixed spice here, but you can have, there's dozens and dozens of different herbs and spices to choose from. And I've got a beautiful mango here as well. So these foods are the ones that we are longing for, and that you deny yourself when you're on this restrictive diet to lose weight that isn't working. So how many people restrict their carb intake or just restrict and starve themselves, and then you're losing weight, and then you rebound because you're cutting out what your body needs, sugar. So the reason why food is satiating is because it contains sugar. And when I mean sugar, I mean, yes, all carbohydrates. So that might be rice or pasta or fruit or table sugar or any of these carbohydrates. So people say the donut, for example. So the donut is a blob of fat with sugar sprinkled on it. So remove the fat and have the sugar instead through rice, fruit, and sugar. And here's another one. So you got, but look at the fat content per 100 grams. 26.1 grams of fat. So if I was to eat this box of fatty food, I would have more fat, or I would have probably about the same amount of fat that I eat in a week, 7 days in one go with these. And the reason why these are so nice is because they have sugar in them, but they're filled with fat and protein. Okay, well, they're filled primarily with fat, which is making you fat. Because the fat you eat is the fat you wear. So yes, the foods that do taste the nicest, those that are high in carbohydrates, sugar, so rice and pasta and bread and fruit, all of these naturally sugary foods, or yes, some processed foods like white sourdough bread, for example. And I don't recommend animal products. So yes, you might click off the video and carry on living your unhealthy and just survival lifestyle. But if you remove animal products from your lifestyle, from your diet, from your life, you will find fun and freedom. So these foods are typically high in fat and protein. So that's whether they're processed or unprocessed, for example. So, for example, you have steak or fish, which is basically, it's got no sugar or carbohydrate in it, and it's basically 50% of fat and protein. And people say, oh, well, I have lean meat. Rice typically is 1% fat content. 1%. Okay, so for example, in this bowl here, which is, I don't know exactly, maybe 200-300 grams or so of rice, you'd have to eat kilos and kilos of this in order to make up the same amount of fat as just one meal, if it's just animal products. So you're getting way less fat, for example, with rice, 1%. So there's just a few grams of fat in each meal. Whereas whether you have animal products, they're very highly fatty, lots of fat. So again, you have to restrict your eating in order not to gain weight. But these foods like rice, these are naturally low calorie density foods, like the mango here, low calorie density foods. And even this refined table sugar, it's 4 calories per gram versus this oil here, which is 9 calories per gram. Yeah, this is more than twice as many calories for the same amount of weight. This is more than twice the calories than this does, okay? This is the high calorie food. This is not the high calorie food, okay? So I hope you can understand what I'm talking about, because you've probably until this moment only been told, or you're being programmed, brainwashed, conditioned by marketing and the people around you, telling you that you need to make your life a living hell, a misery, you have to get fat and sick because that's what everyone else is doing. But if you go on a vegan or plant-based high sugar lifestyle of freedom from being fat and sick and being depressed and being addicted to stimulants, drugs and coffee, then you'll ruin your health. So look at me and decide in your mind that maybe you're being lied to. So yes, most people will try and defend their lifestyle because if they've been living for decades on a certain lifestyle and that's been ruining their health, but then someone comes along and says, well, actually there is a way, a simple way that will improve your health and help you lose weight and find freedom and adventure in life, then it can be a bit scary and it can be a bit annoying because yes, you've sort of wasted all of these years in the prison of ill health. But as I say, you've only got one life and one shot. So close the door on that chapter and leave it behind and open the door to a new chapter in your life based on fun, freedom, adventure and health. So I also promote cycling. So if you get a road bike, so I've got other videos on the channel showing what bikes I recommend and what equipment you should get as a new cyclist and what to avoid, then you'll be able to fuel on the foods that I recommend, the meal plans that I can make for you. You can go out into the outdoors, into nature, feeling full of energy and find freedom and adventure in life that you're missing currently and have fun. Okay, so yes, if you work the 9 to 5, stop buying things that you don't need to impress people that you don't like and buy foods that will make you healthy, and buy a bicycle that will, combined with the foods that I eat, you'll be able to go out and ride as far as you want, as fast as you want. You'll be able to improve your mental health and break free from the prison of your current lifestyle. And you'll be able to enjoy life and stop destroying your health. And also, animal products, animal agriculture is also destroying the planet as well. It's the leading cause of climate change and biodiversity loss. So also this lifestyle of the rice, fruit and sugar and eating this way also makes the world a better place for everyone else and therefore other people. You know, if we destroy the planet that we live on, that won't lead to a very fun future. Okay, so like and subscribe, make weight loss fun and make life fun, because if you're not, then what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop being like everyone else, miserable, fat and sick and trapped in the prison of the calorie counting system, and switch to the lifestyle that I promote, which means you won't be suffering every day from your body falling apart, and you won't have to suffer from these chronic diseases that the current lifestyle that is being pushed causes you. So yes, the current lifestyle is devoid of fun and is just making you a sick and pathetic individual among all other individuals in society that are lost. Okay, so fill the void that's in your life where you're missing health and freedom and fun, and fill it with health, freedom and fun. So if you've got any questions or you want to get in touch, I'll put the email in the description. And if you have any questions about what I'm talking about, I've got other videos on the channel that you can check out. You can ask me anything related to what I talk about. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. I think I covered everything I wanted to. So remember, make life fun. Otherwise, what's the point? What's the point of being here if it's not fun? So do what you want in life, as long as it doesn't destroy the planet, harm other people, or harm animals. Okay? And base your life on sugar. Sugar is the molecule of life, the molecule of freedom, the molecule of health. See you in the next one, and thank you for your time.